Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. In our second case history, which vouches for the verse in Ashtavakra Gita that you are not this body and this body is not yours. Hence, don't do anything in your hot blood in younger age, something that will make you regret your deeds in the old, older age comes proves to be true in this case history. This case history proves this fact and makes us realize that we should not do anything in our younger age that will make us regret our deeds in our older age when we cannot make good the law. This case is that of a person whose name was Ludhuram. This guy was born in the interior village of Uttar Pradesh state in India in the mid 20s or 30s. He was a very lusty rustic who was always on the lookout to enjoy sense gratification and have his sexual appetite fulfilled. One day, this guy saw one woman who he wanted to have cohabitation with. This guy went to her and asked her of her favors. This woman begged Ludhuram's sexual advances and insulted him. Ludhuram became quite slighted and furious. He was a vindictive person. What this man did was that he went to the illiterate villagers in that village and told them that this woman was a witch and that she had to be burnt alive. Villagers fell for this man's stupid and unfounded suspicion. They all joined Ludhuram, caught hold of this woman, viciously tortured her, and burnt her alive. While she was burning, another woman tried to intervene and to save this woman. She was also burnt alive by the same unruly and vicious crowd. Ludhuram felt vindicated. That was when Ludhuram was a young man of hot blood. But however, his conscience bit Ludhuram, and slowly the villagers came to know the reason why Ludhuram wanted these women to be burnt alive. Everyone started avoiding him. They did not trust Ludhuram anymore, and so they wanted to keep distance with him as much as possible. Now Nemesis was showing its fangs. Ludhuram did not know what to do. His deeds had come back to bite him. His venom that he had spewed long back came back to burn him and his psyche. As there was no police case, hence this fellow was just given a small warning and left. And that was the biggest punishment Ludhuram had. If only this man had been arrested and punished, probably Ludhuram would not have regretted what he did. But now he felt his conscience pricking him night and day. Slowly, Ludhuram grew old. All those villagers who knew this fellow's wrong deeds and his devilish machinations either died or left the village. Ludhuram was almost alone. Only a few old people were witness to his connivance and his cunning and his misdeeds. Now, Ludhuram did not have the energy to fight with anybody. He could only burn in his venom. He started sitting under a tree, and there he began weeping. He lamented his older deeds, and he felt that what he had done was demonic to say the least, and that if he died tomorrow, he will not be pardoned by God. This scared Ludhuram and made him ashamed of himself. But now the two innocent women were dead and he could do nothing about it. The younger generation which came to see him found it impossible to believe that this old man, this disheveled, weak, and ailing person who was crying all the time could have been responsible for such villainy in his younger age. This shows that you are not this body and this body is not you. Hence, never think about what has to be done and what has not to be done. If you start thinking about what has to be done, you may likely, in most likely circumstances, think of seeking revenge on people who have betrayed you or created trouble for you or insulted you. It is quite possible that when you were insulted, you actually deserved it in the first place. Hence, forgive and forget and move along. Instead of looking back in anger and trying to do something that you would regret later, it is better to forget what has happened and go and mind some other business. It is not advisable to look back in anger and try to settle scores in a foolhardy thought that you are doing something right. you are doing something right to mend something wrong. No, the best way is to ignore and avoid those who have harmed you. There is a lot to do in this world and in the spiritual world above. Kindly let me know what you think of what I have told you about Ludhuram and his story. If you feel that it is interesting, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my past and future videos. Please pardon me for any error, mistake, or blunder in my spelling, grammar, or diction because when I am talking to you on spiritual and material matters, I tend to ignore these frivolous things. Till we meet next time in my next video, it is good day from TSV Raghavan.